Now, obviously, I said in the other videos I'd only use Elder Dragon level Elder Dragons, but Raging Brocky is absolutely a fucking Elder Dragon level creature. Because he's one of the few non-elders that, like, do what elders do in World, where they make the area deserted because everything's afraid to be in its vicinity. And to be honest, I am sad that Raging Brocky doesn't fight another dragon in World. It's a shame, really. I would love to see him go against, like, a Teostra or an Urgante. And this is the Lance section of the video. I picked him for obvious reasons to show off how tanky Lance is, because to other players, Lance might not look like much. It's a stick and a shield, it's bad, it's a Lance, it's defensive. I mean, it is defensive, but I should have probably used the Rise version, to be honest, to show it off, but Lance is a lie. He is offense only. But people have forgotten the saying that good offense beats good defense. No, it's the best offense, you know what I mean. Because it is so overwhelmingly oppressive, you can basically just ignore damage if you're decent with Lance. And then when you're good with Lance, you're immune to damage. The only thing you would ever have to worry about is a Supernova or a white mechanic, like a Latrion. However, World's Lance I enjoy a lot less than Rise's, mainly because of 3 reasons. 1, dash. Lance dash in Rise has so much control, it's so free. You can drift, you can skirt, you're a car with the legs. 2, wide sweep is a useless attack. I don't know why it is the way it was in World. I tried using it out of reflex because I use it in combos during Rise. It is worthless. It is the most pathetic. It's not even an attack, it's not even a wide sweep. You kind of like pick at him like you have a butter knife and you're trying to eat stone. Not even. You have a butter knife and you're stabbing at a frozen brick of your favorite snack. Like, you got served a Jack's Pizza, but we don't have an oven, so try at it. That's what wide sweep is. You just pick at it. It's disgusting. It's horrible. I don't know why it is the way it is. It's trash! It's awful. I fucking hate wide sweep. No, but I think I use it at one point. When I do, I'm gonna yell at it. I'm not even gonna put it. Normally I just put a text, but I'm gonna fucking scream when I see it. Oh, what's the third thing? The third thing. It doesn't have insta block, which is one of my favorite moves that Lance has in Rise. It's so convenient. It's so good too. Oh. Now, the reason Lance is really great, and I'm doing a horrible job with it in World because I'm too used to Rise's version of doing my combos wrong. There are only 2 combo sets. Circle and triangle. Circle stabs in a higher upper area for like tall monsters like Raging Eater. The high thrust. And then there's mid thrust, which is meant for something like standing right in front of you and like you're eye to eye with it, so you just poke it. All you have to do is use 3 attacks and then click X to dodge. And dodging isn't the same on all weapons. For greatsword, hammer, and dual blades, and longsword, you roll. On lance, gun lance, and some of the other weapons, you do a little step. You just do like a little dash. You will do a dance. You like dance with your feet. I like that a lot more, to be honest. The little step has the same iframes as the roll, I think, at least as far as I can tell, and it's faster, which means you can get hit more often. But if you're good at it, you're invincible. You do a little step, and then you avoid the attack, and you reposition yourself, and it's easy damage. Because unlike other games like Dark Souls, you don't dodge through attacks. At least that's not the main way you deal with it. You dodge through it, and then you find a spot. Because the point is positioning. You gotta be able to hit the monster without it hitting you. Basically, you're an outboxer the whole time. But Lance is my favorite one to play this style with, because it reminds me of the Golden Fleece in God of War, and I am amazing at parrying things in God of War. I could hear the sound effect every time I parry something. Although sometimes I do get the timing off and I just get a regular block and I'm disappointed. Now the thing in World and Rise though is, I don't know if they'll do this for Wilds, is the whole skill thing, like guard. Because your regular base guard's already pretty strong, but you can make it stronger. And you could, in World, you just make it so you take less chip damage from it. In Rise, not only do you take less chip damage, normally you get knocked back a little bit because you're still getting hit. But in Rise's guard up, you can just ignore the knockback essentially and just stare at the monster and ask him, "Was that all?" Anyways. In World, guard up only lets you block unblockable attacks, and it's only level 1 versus the level 3 version Rise. Let's see. Lance is simple to learn to do, but hard to master. Same with dual blades and longsword and greatsword. Low entry, high mastery. My only other complaint really with the World's Lance is I don't have the same feeling when you power guard. Now, to power guard, you push the normal guard button, then circle, which already activates a parry. But if you push back and X, you enter the power guard. You can't physically move, but you become a giant wall that is in front of the monster. It will try everything it can to make you move, and you will tell it no. The only problem with this is drains stamina, much like dual blades. I almost said demon blades. In demon mode. And it is horrendously fast. There are times where I've done it and died because I ran out of stamina and wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I'm a little sick. But my favorite thing in Power Guard is you can do 2 attacks. Triangle, where you jump straight in a straight line and land this multi-hit attack. You stab the monster once, but it gets stabbed 3 times. Or you can do my favorite of the 2, the Power Thrust, which is a high thrust, but souped up. Anyways, that's enough of me yammering. You're gonna watch a wall at work. What is that? The hunting horn. Now, if you use the hunting horn, you're either A, from out of town, or B, you're really cool. Because you and me both know that nobody uses this thing. I go to a party and I see at least one guy in the corner sitting there with his little hat saying, they don't know I made hunting horn. You know what? I didn't know. Because nobody does. Now, hunting horn is amazing. Because it does something the other weapons can't do. It not only plays music, not only do you get to emote mid-fight, you also buff yourself. And every horn has a different buff. Some of them will buff your speed, some of them will buff your damage, defense, other wackies like elemental blight resistance, fucking ear plugs if you really care about roars. I never did. I would always either A, just sit there and cry about it, or B, roll through it. This is the cool thing about hunting horn. You can stack the song, so you have to play like music. On the top right, there's gonna be a little thing that'll tell you this is what each button does. And you can stack up to 3 songs. The cool thing is, if you just have all 3 and then you just start playing them, all 3 will play from top to bottom. And then if you click R2 again, it plays them all a second time, which enhances their already buffs. So you go from attack up large to attack up extra large. Can you dance? You do a little jig? Now here's the thing I don't like that Rise doesn't have. It doesn't have the echoes. What the echoes does is you'll do an attack with the little spin, and then you'll push a button and you'll have an echo, which essentially you just play a song and instead of buffing, it does damage. And that's why Fatalis probably is my favorite hunting one, because it has attack up with the monkey, and 2, Echo Wave Impacted Dragon. I forgot to mention this to anybody new to Monster Hunter, but there are 3 types of weapons. Guns, which are their own thing entirely, which I didn't make a video on, I'm sorry. B, blunt weapons, like a hammer, and this guy right here. What they do is, since you can't cut anything with a blunt object, I've tried, you can slap it against a monster's head and they'll get a concussion. which is evident by the giant stars on their heads, and they'll sit there, look at the spinning room, wondering who did that and why. And sometimes, yeah, that'll happen right there. She'll just tumble down because you just concaved her head. Swords don't do that, they cut things with the tail. And some weapons do have the ability, even if they're slicing weapons, to stun monsters, except it's alter move. For example, greatsword, you could technically stun a monster if you shoulder tackle their skull enough. Which really isn't the weapon, that's just your arm. Now, hunting horn, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to play. The first time I picked it up was at the end of the game. I wanted to kill fatales with it because I thought it'd be funny to just walk around with my music. Took a lot of tries. I don't really know how to play it. All I do know is my strat, which is buff up, stack echoes, and then whenever the monster's standing still or you have an opening, just walk up to it. Because the neat thing about echoes is, for example, echo impact, which is what it sounds like. It does impact damage, which is the whole KO thing. So the best way to use it is you walk up to the monster's head, and then you blast it. And then there's dragon, which does dragon damage. Ooh. I only really use that when I'm panicking, or B, when I really want to do the slam attack on a monster. And on just like the boss, you push R2 twice, plays it twice, which means double damage. If the math is right, but I don't do math. Yeah. I was gonna edit this and have every time the hunting horn plays, play a random guitar riff, but I would have to get rid of the game audio. And I don't want to do that, because you can't hear me slapping the dragon. Or me getting slapped. Overall, the hunting horse rate, every single game it changes its playstyle. Like in Rise, I had no clue what to do. I was like, this is literally a completely different world. I'm not gonna bother. Let's see. I wanted to make a Switch Axe video, but I ended up not doing it because like, Switch Axe is... It's mind-blowingly easy to understand. It's not even... It's so complicated. It looks complicated. You know, whole playthrough on a second character because I liked it so much. Switch Axe is so fucking cool. I'm neat, and I'm gonna zero chop some discharge until my graveyard is around the corner. I'm still mad I lost the sword and shield footage and my gun lance footage. Oh. Those were probably my favorite ones I wanted to edit. This will be the last one. Until I make the Fatales video, which is me just gonna be talking about how much I love Monster Hunter and why it's like top 10 games in general. There is nothing else that it's just peak. It's peak fiction. I hope Wilds goes in a more story direction though, because as much as I like the hunting the monsters, I'd like some story too. I know other people don't care about it, but I would love some story. It doesn't have to be anything good. It doesn't have to be like God of War Ragnarok good. It doesn't have to be Last of Us good. It's just something. Add a little more spice. Give me some spice. Speaking of Wilds, I'm gonna play the beta later. like thing, since this is gonna be uploaded probably during Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Not for me, because it snowed where I lived, and I can't go outside because it's cold. My costume was not made for this weather. On another sad note, since I work at a job in a public place, I'm gonna walk in there, and because everybody ignores Thanksgiving like they should, it's a bad holiday, I'm gonna walk in that fucking workplace, and all I'm gonna hear is, all I want food. Like, shut up, I don't want to hear that song when I'm working, bro. Leave me alone, it won't leave me alone. The defrosting's begun, I know. She's coming again. Anyways, that's not the point of this. But I'm uploading a Fatalis video tomorrow, probably with a video of Wilds. I've been seeing a lot of posts on Reddit, because I browse the Reddit of Monster Hunter a lot, that apparently you should just avoid YouTube stuff for a while to not get spoiled, so sorry. Another thing, I cannot wait for February. Wilds will be beautiful. Dubious. I should have time to play it since it's in winter and it's like right after Christmas stuff. So, free dubs. Capcom, you take my children. Release Wilds earlier, actually. I don't care if it makes the game unpolished. I need it now. I'll give you my $70 if you give me Wilds. I beg you. Anyways, enough of that. Now watch this sick club. You know what? I lied. Look at how much time. This is the one problem with Hunting Horde that I don't like. You take so much time buffing. Like, look at this. Look at, I had to do all this time. Thank God that thing's asleep. Like, it wouldn't let me do this mid-fight. It wouldn't just like, sir, would you play me a beautiful tune? No, it wouldn't. It wants to interrupt my sweet fucking moves. Stupid dragon ruining my fucking time. Get bent. Anyways, that's the last part. Hunting Horde's only problem is you spend a lot of time buffing, which in World is scary for me because, you know, Fatalis is the 30 time limit, and then Safi Jiva with the 20. It's a bit much. Like, I feel like there should be a way to speed up. Maybe there's strats to speed it up, I don't know. Anyways, get bent, Namiel. Please come back in Wilds. You're one of my favorite other dragons I've ever seen. That's it. I'll see you all tomorrow so I can deal with Fatalis. I'll have a full, like, 30 minutes to complain about Fatalis because it's a cool fight, but there are so many damn problems, especially with his hitboxes. Anyways, bye.